Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, have you ever heard of turbo debt?
No, what is that? Something to get me into debt faster?
No, turbo debt is not to get you in debt faster. It's to help you get out of debt. Do you have over $10,000 in credit card, personal loans, medical, or payday loans?
Of course I have debt. That's the American way.
Au contraire, mon frere. Turbo debt will give you the option to break the debt cycle and start putting money in your pocket.
That's awesome.
Over 70% of Americans die with credit card debt. Do not let this happen to you. Turbo debt will give you an option to break the debt cycle and start putting money in your pocket.
That's awesome.
If you have over $10,000 in credit card debt and personal loans, medical or payday loans, they can help. Go to turbodebt.com/techtime. Again, that's turbodebt.com/techtime, all capitalized, for a free consultation today. TurboDebt is a proud sponsor of this week's episode of TechTime Radio.
Broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to Tech Time Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Well. Welcome to Tech Time Radio.
Seriously?
I am your host, Nathan Mumm. Mr. Gourdet, how are we doing today?
I'm doing just fine, man.
All right, there you go. Welcome to the show that makes you go, Technology News of the Week. The show for the everyday person, talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology news. Each week, our show covers the weekly top technology subjects without any political agenda. We verify the facts, and we do it with a sense of humor in less than 60 minutes, and of course, with a little whiskey on the side. We live stream during our show on 5 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch.tv, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We encourage you to visit us online at techtimeradio.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/techtimeradio. I'm Nathan Mumm, your host, a technologist with over 30 years of technology expertise working for Fortune 500 companies across the country. My co-host here, Mike Gourdet, is an award-winning author originally from Arizona. Mike's a human behavior expert living in the Seattle area with a master's degree in forensic psychology. Mike's here to keep me from geeking out while providing insight into human behavior and how it interacts with technology. We are two friends from different backgrounds, but bring the best technology show possible every week for our family, friends, and fans to enjoy. Welcome, everyone, to today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, on today's show this week, Microsoft wants to move Windows fully into the cloud. A Trojanized Super Mario game is used to install Windows malware, and you can earn money on TikTok from select brands. We also have Amazon being accused of tricking Prime customers. Meta launches the Quest Plus, and Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are getting ready for a cage fight. We have a special 4-part segment on what we found on the web with our studio guest today. We have Alessandra Esposito in the office, or in the meeting here.
In the office?
Or sorry, in the radio.
In the studio?
And we have, of course, our whiskey expert, Mark Gregoire, also back on to tell us about our whiskey picks of the day today. Hello, Mark.
Say hello.
Hello, guys.
Hello. Okay.
Say hello.
All right. Now, after we've gotten all of our information taken care of, I think now we need to go to our top stories in the world of technology.
Here are our top technology stories of the week.
All right. Story number 1. Microsoft wants to move Windows fully to the cloud. This is very interesting. Breaking news this morning. So it isn't even in our hit list for yesterday's pre-show items. We're going to go right now, though, and we're going to listen to our correspondent, Scott Manchester, on the Microsoft OS idea to not load it on your PC.
Well, I sure am excited to have Windows 365 finally announced today, and I can't wait to show it in more detail. Now, that said, the best way for me to explain this is really to show it to you. So, for example, here, I have my personal laptop and my iPad, which is a typical combination for many travelers. So I'll use the browser first on my Windows laptop and go to windows365.microsoft.com. Now I can see my cloud PC along with its specs. Now it actually has a higher spec than the laptop I'm connecting from. But we'll be launching Windows 365 in early August. So depending on when you're watching this, it's either super close or generally available already. Just go to Microsoft.com/Windows365 to get started.
All right, so
that told me a whole lot of nothing.
All right, so this is what we got going on. So
why do we want this? Why is this interesting?
Why is this interesting? So what we're doing is we're getting rid of having all of this software on your computer. Essentially, with the new Windows 365, you actually boot up, you get an internet connection, and you immediately connect into a virtual PC, and everything runs in the virtual PC world itself. Oh. So you don't have to take up hard drive space. You don't have to take up anything other than, it's kind of like really their competitor is a Google Chromebook is kind of what it is. It's a real light client type of deal. But they're saying that you could use an iPad to connect to this, and then you could be running a huge, super fast computer on gig speeds, and all you need is now an internet connection. You will have your PC in the cloud, and you'll go and you'll log into it with a username and password as your computer boots up, and it will simulate like you're actually using it on your PC itself.
Oh, so when I'm on the beach in the Caribbean typing something, I'm not going to be doing it on my computer with Windows 11.
Not if you have internet access, you would be connecting. Well, it's not Windows 11, it's Windows 365.
Oh, well, whatever it is.
And the idea is that they're going to have you pay per month for this service.
Of course.
And then, though, it does protect it from any malware or any viruses because it's in their cloud system, and so you can't really load anything up on the PC that's incorrect because they'll limit what you can load onto their cloud servers.
Okay, so there's that kind of security benefit, but I'm sure there's there's going to be new problems that come with this. What do you think the new problems are?
Well, you're going to have a very fast internet service, and if your internet service goes down, just think if you're in the middle of a Zoom meeting, right, and your internet service goes down now, it kind of buffers, and Zoom has a lot of things on your PC where it'll try to negotiate it, get back ready to go. But now, all of a sudden, you're going to have the ability where if you lose that internet connection, essentially you lose your whole desktop, you lose everything, and you're going to have to connect back to the internet itself.
Okay, so it doesn't really sound like an awesome thing for me.
Well,
sounds like a cash grab.
Well, you know what? I think it's going to be very interesting. Essentially, what they're trying to do is they're trying to come up with a solution so that you can pay for their. They've always tried to do this. They're
trying to make it so that I have to have certain things in order to do certain things. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
right?
They've always back from Windows 95 when they first came on out. The idea was to have it so that you pay a monthly service. Back in Windows 95,
right.
This was at Microsoft. I was there.
They want
reoccurring
to
revenue.
Me.
They want a reoccurring revenue stream, whether it's $5 a month, $6 a month, $10 a month.
Everybody's
20 right now for Microsoft 365. Essentially, you have to pay $23 a month to use those services. So now, if you add on an additional $8 to $10, you're just paying $40 a month to use your computer, and boom, you don't have to worry about what's going on. They'll take care of it for you.
Okay, I'm getting gouged by a cantaloupe.
$40.
Right. It's gonna be like $40 a month. Yeah, that's what it'll probably come out to be when it's all said. Well, for the whole package, they'll wrap it into some type of package.
All right,
all right. There you go.
Time to.
Does that make you happy?
Absolutely not.
Well,
I don't like it.
All right. Well,
sir, I don't like it.
You don't like it at all. Okay. Well, guess what? We have it available as their big announcement today. So
okay. Well, they can take that announcement and shove it.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. There you go. Be close to that dump button there. We don't want to say anything that gets us in trouble.
Well,
okay. All right. Yeah, I think you have story number two.
Don't upset me about it.
Story number 2 is really exciting. What do you got here, Mike?
Oh, guess who's in trouble with the federal government this time?
Who? It's everybody right now, but who?
Well, who do you think?
It could be Facebook. I'm sure they probably are.
Yeah, it's Amazon.
It's Amazon. Okay.
Amazon's in trouble again.
All right.
This time they're in trouble for they're being accused of tricking Prime customers.
Okay.
The Federal Trade Commission has accused Amazon of tricking customers into signing up for automatically renewing Prime subscriptions and making it difficult to cancel. It cited allegedly manipulative website designs in the lawsuit. And, of course, Amazon has shot back with the rejection of saying it's false on the facts and the law. More than 200 million people subscribe to Prime globally. The service, which offers shipping perks, access to streaming movies, and more, costs $139 a year or $14.99 monthly in subscription fees.
Okay.
In the U.S. and £95 per year in the U.K. The FTC said that Amazon is using website designs that push companies into agreeing to enroll in Prime and have the subscription automatically renew as they were making purchases. The company attempted to make it difficult for users to opt out of the auto-enrollment because, quote-unquote, those changes would also negatively affect Amazon's bottom line. The agency, this is alleged in the court here in Seattle.
Okay. All right.
Though Amazon altered the cancellation process shortly before the lawsuit was filed.
So they changed a couple things.
Oh, dang.
Yes. The FTC said the company's tactics broke laws aimed at protecting shoppers. The FTC is seeking a court order to force Amazon to change its practices as well as financial penalties in an unspecified amount.
Okay.
Amazon said it's been in the middle of discussing the issues with the agency when the lawsuit was filed without notice. They said that the truth is that customers love Prime, and by design we make it clear and simple for customers to both sign up for or cancel their Prime membership. The FTC has, of course, repeatedly warned online firms against using quote-unquote dark patterns to manipulate shoppers. What's a dark pattern?
So the dark pattern is essentially making it difficult for you. It's kind of like the Fortnite type of deal. Make it very difficult for you to unsubscribe to their monthly services. So instead of clicking here and clicking there, they make it very hidden, and you may have to go and find another sub-menu underneath another sub-menu underneath another sub-menu.
All right.
So they don't keep it obviously easy to take care of.
It's just throwing a bunch of logs in the road.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's like Amazon. To redeem a gift card, if you get an Amazon gift card, pretty simple to do, right? You click on gift card, you can either redeem it or you can buy one. So what they're saying is that before this change, I guess, that they made, that if you went to opt out of Prime, it was very difficult to opt out.
I feel like a lot of their subscription stuff is a bit shady. Have you noticed, like, if you subscribe to ordering a product month by month, if the product price changes, like, say it goes from $15 to $40, they won't notify you of the price difference, and they'll still charge you for it.
Wow, really?
I've had a few people come to me and be like, is this normal? Because, I used to order for Amazon at my old job. And, yeah, it's a thing. Like, if you, like, say you're trying to buy hand sanitizer or something like that, or a certain kind of coffee, you can opt in for that. You pay a little bit less and you do the subscription. A lot of times the price will change, and not just by a few dollars, like drastically. Like, again, $15 to $30 or $40. They won't notify you of the price difference. They'll just charge it to you, and you have to find out later once it's been purchased. Oh my gosh, why is this $40 now? I didn't sign up for this.
So
there you go.
Okay, but hang on. So I am kind of on the opposite side. Of this,
we
right?
all know that you're on the opposite side.
So I was like, this is not that freaking difficult to figure out to remove yourself. So last night we did a demo of this itself, right? And you actually were the person. That's why you get the story.
Had
right?
you made up your mind on your opinion before you tried, or just once the notion?
Well, it's not
table?
that difficult to unsubscribe from Prime, in my opinion. If you want to get rid of the membership, how tough was it for you to do it last night, Mike?
Well, I didn't do it.
Okay, but
we tried. We watched you try and do it, and you
I
were
have an
all
account
over the place.
I had an account that's linked to somebody else's account, so I'm linked to my wife's account, so it wasn't easy for me to take.
So
care
it wasn't. What I'm hearing you say is it wasn't easy.
You know what?
Hang on. I'm going to send Nathan. Nathan found 3 different ways you can do it.
Yeah.
All very easily on the front page or in your account
You can
settings.
search on it.
I don't have any opinion. I don't have any opinion on this. I don't know that you can.
Yeah,
I don't
I've never
know
tried
that you
to
can
cancel mine. I
don't
don't know
know
what it's
that-
like.
Was that?
I don't know that you can take your knowledge and apply it against all these people that are having
The
trouble.
average consumer.
The average consumer.
If you
it
figure
might
out how
not be
to-
average consumers. It might be those people that create warning labels for hair dryers.
Oh, that's
So
we did talk
it could
about
be
that.
that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think if you figure out how to order from Amazon, you probably could figure out how to unsubscribe from Amazon.
Really
Just
won't.
sooner or later, we're all going to be,
Amazon's the muscle that we're all going to
I don't know.
soon...
I tried unsubscribing from my Kindle subscription the other day, and I had to have someone help me because it was
not
hard.
easy.
I had to Google how do I do this, and even then it was not easy.
Just take
It
your
was not
credit cards
easy.
away. You'll
Actually,
unsubscribe
just-
really quick.
That's right. You just don't pay for that. All right.
Just change your credit cards.
That's why you need to make sure you don't ever sign up for any of this junk on a bank card, right? Because they'll keep on taking your bank card and your bank card, put it on a credit card. That way you can dispute the charges and you can just cancel the credit card. And then
You
they
can do
can't
that with
charge
your
you.
bank
Already
card.
gotten to the Nathan Nugget today.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Story number 3. Meta launches Quest Plus. This is up your alley. You were the plus guy. When this first came out, our very first episode of TechTime Radio, you talked about everything is going to come out with plus. That is correct. Meta launches Quest. Yeah,
it's a subscription service.
Yeah.
I wonder what Ed Sheeran's album sales are.
All right, so Meta launches Quest Plus subscription for VR headsets. Let's take a look at what Matt Stallward has regarding some inside information on how this program works.
Meta Quest Plus is here. Today we're talking Quest Plus and answering all the questions that you have. First though, what is Quest Plus? Quest Plus is Meta's brand new paid subscription gaming service that allows you to pay a monthly fee to gain access to new games every month. Normally though, it is $7.99 a month, but you can pay $59.99 for a full year. That actually brings the price under $5 a month. It's like $4 and some change. It's actually a really good deal if you can afford to pay the year. And there's some other criteria that make it a good deal, but we'll get into that in just a minute. Next up, how many games do you actually get a month? So you get 2 games every single month, starting at the beginning of the month, and you have the entire month to claim them. If you do not claim them by the end of the month, just like with PlayStation Plus, you will lose out on those 2 games.
All right, so let's get into that. All right,
why not? We'll just plus it.
Okay, so
Is this going to work?
No, you know what? I was really on it last night. I was like, "This is awesome.
It's not awesome.
It's not. It's not going to work at all." When I dug real deep
why,
into this.
Nathan. Tell us why this won't work.
Well, because you get 2 games. So Microsoft does a really good job with their live subscription, their gold service. That's what they call it. Microsoft Live Gold. So you get normally 3 free games a month if you're on gold that you can download. If you miss the download, they re-put those back up there available to you. Once you download it, all you got to do is say that you want it. Then essentially it's in your library forever. So I can download any of those games at any time. Sony doesn't quite do that. And neither is Meta on what they're going to do when they are going to offer you pre-selected 2 games a month.
Pre-selected?
Pre-selected. So you don't get to choose them. They're going to come out. They come out and they choose their 2 games. Now, you are getting these for about $5 a month compared to the $15 to $20 they normally charge for these games. If you already have these games, you're in trouble because then you can be paying for the service. And a lot of the games that they have slated to come on out in the Meta Plus proposed library, I already have. I got them off of a bundle site where I can go and buy them for like $4.99 and I get 20 VR games. So I don't know if this is going to work, but this is what Meta's trying to do.
I feel like
to
this
compete.
I feel like this
in a
is
market
the
that's disappearing.
I feel like this is the loud splashing of a drowning swimmer.
I would think it's that. I think so too.
That's bad though. I mean, not even letting them pick. Like the whole point of subscription is supposed to like give you a sense of freedom in what you're doing.
No, this is not like Netflix in the old deal where you go through your queue and you create a queue of what you want. They're gonna pre-select it, so it's Meta's grab.
That's not gonna resonate well with their audience.
They just want everybody to get on
their subscription plan.
Service.
That way they can still stay afloat with their device.
They're going to go up against Amazon Plus or Amazon Prime.
Or no, they're going up against Apple, right? So they've already dropped their price for the Quest Pro. The Quest Pro originally came on out 3 at $1,500. Now you can buy it for $999. So they're already dropping the hardware price because it's a failing system.
Maybe that's why you're going to be in the cage match.
That's right. Well, that ends our top technology stories of the week. Moving on, we have our What We Found on the Web segment. Next, we have all 4 of us in studio have a segment. We're going to be talking about that. So you're listening to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. We'll see you right after this commercial break. Hello, listeners. We're excited here at TechTime Radio, aren't we, Mike?
Oh, no.
We have an announcement to make starting in June. We're really excited to be a part of an internet radio station. That's right. Coming up in June, you will still be able to listen to us live here at Kixie 880 and KKNW and all of our affiliate stations. But you'll be able to listen to us at 8 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday now. We look forward to this new opportunity to provide you TechTime Radio every weekday. And again, you can always catch us online at techtimeradio.com. Welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Tech Time is a weekly hour technology show that talks about current technology in a simple format without having to geek out. Brought to you by myself, Nathan Mumm, and Mike Corday. Wow, this is good. This is good. We just had our first whiskey tasting during the break. Now we have Mark in studio to tell us what we are tasting, and I haven't gone wow on a whiskey in a long time. This is amazing.
You go wow all the time.
Are you sure? Okay,
yeah, you wow a lot.
This is pretty good. Mark, welcome to the show. What are we
thank you,
tasting
gentlemen.
today?
It's not a rye. I'm sorry, Mike.
It's still good.
All right. We are drinking from the Nashville Barrel Company, also known as NBC.
Okay.
Their Nashville Barrel Company Cast Strength Small Batch Bourbon. That's a tongue twister.
Okay.
It's distilled in Indiana, and for all you whiskey heads, that means MGP juice. It's a straight bourbon, non-age stated. It's 116.04 proof.
Ooh.
Mash bill's undisclosed, and I paid $60 for it.
Okay.
And we'll get a little bit more to the pricing and the mumbles.
Okay. All right.
Now, from their website, they do say, though, they specialize in single barrel offerings. They know that too often the right combination of multiple special single barrels often produces some of the best small batch whiskey on the planet. And they feel that they have done that with this batch. These batches blend bourbon 5 to 8 years old, always bottled at cast strength to make sure that whiskey really shines, and specifically for Nathan.
Oh,
well,
wow.
no, that wasn't there, but
specifically for Nathans, all the Nathans in the world. Congratulations. Okay.
so in general, the flavor profile, I don't know if you're getting this, but they say it's cinnamon, caramel cream candy, toasted coconut, allspice, and a rich oak.
Wow. This is really
Okay.
This is really decent.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
enjoying this.
Yeah, okay.
This. Okay. All right. Okay.
Move along.
All right. With our first whiskey tasting completed, and I will be done by the next one, so I may have to double fill that up
You
for
can
2
have
shots.
mine.
All right. Let's move on to our feature segment with stories that you've not heard about. We're talking about technology stories weeks ahead of the mainstream media and some that are just hitting the news wire on our gems of what we found on the web.
What we found on the web.
All right, I'm starting it off. Here's what I found on the web. Be careful. Super Mario game used to install Windows malware. Super Mario 3, called Mario Forever, is a free-to-play remake of the classic Nintendo game developed and released for the Windows platform in 2003. The game became very popular, downloaded by millions who praised its features and all the mechanics of the classical Mario series, but with updated graphics and the modernized styling of sound. Development of the game continued to early decades, and 10 years later, releasing multiple versions with bug fixes and improvements. Today, it remains a postmodern classic. Researchers from Cable discovered that the threat actors are distributing a modified sample of the Super Mario 3 Mario Forever installer, distributed as a self-extracting archive executable through unknown channels. The Trojanized game is likely promoted on game forums. So if you go to any game forum, you may see an advertisement. Social media groups are pushing this, or pushed by malware advertising. It's called malvertising. That is a new category now that malware stores are putting out there. It could be on Black SEO and etc. The archived contains 3 executables instead of the 1. Essentially, what happens when you launch this, it installs a legitimate Mario game called Super Mario Forever V702 E.exe, and then it installs 2 other applications, one called Java.exe and Atom.exe. They are discreetly installed on the victim's app data directly during the game's installation. The Java.exe file is essentially a cryptocurrency miner that collects information about the victim's hardware and connects to a mining server that allows them to earn money streaming on that person's computer. So essentially there's a central mining area that once you go, it uses your internet on that machine to help mine for the cryptocurrency for the bad actors. It also loads SupremeBot, which creates a duplicate of itself and places a copy in a hidden folder in the game's installation directory. Next, it creates a scheduled task to execute the copy that runs every 15 minutes indefinitely, hiding under the name of a legitimate process. The initial process is terminated and the original file is deleted to evade detection. The malware establishes a C2 connection to the transmit information regarding the client receiving the mining configuration to begin mining cryptocurrency. Finally, SupremeBot retrieves the additional payload from the C2, arriving to the executable name WIME.exe. The universal umbrella stealer steals data from the infected Windows devices, including information stored in your web browsers like stored passwords and cookies, containing sessions tokens, cryptocurrency wallets and credentials, and authentication tokens from Discord, Minecraft, Roblox, and Telegram. Wow.
Roblox.
Wow.
All right.
All right, so
Stop stealing stuff.
So
that sounds pretty bad. Is there a way I can maybe not get hacked and play this game?
So you can actually go to a legitimate site and you can actually take a look at the exe that I gave, which is Super Mario Forever V702e.exe. And if you download that file, you can absolutely play the game. But what happens in a lot of these sites here, and this is kind of a little story, is when you go into game bulletin board services and you're going to kind of nefarious sites that could get you in trouble, essentially they'll put up those little ad banners that say, hey, get this free Mario game, get this. And what happens is a lot of people load up this virus type of software onto their machines, never know what's going on. The machine slows down, and they lose all their passwords, their crypto mining information, and essentially allow access with a direct connection to the dark web to collect this data. I just spent this Sunday working on a client's computer that essentially was completely malwared, a Mac PC, where they downloaded and clicked a bunch of files that they shouldn't have. And essentially all of her pictures were loaded up, available for purchase on the dark web. Everything that she had on her computer was compromised. Wow. And when you go back to it, it says, how did this happen? She probably had her daughter take her laptop and was playing with it and decided to download some free new games, and boom, it got compromised. This happens all the time.
Maybe we need... Never mind.
What's that? Maybe we need what?
Maybe we need to have something where we're not connected to the internet all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't get your Windows 365 operating system work with that. Okay. All right. So this is kind of a big deal. Be very, very careful when you download some free game, some free advertising, anything that says it's free. If you don't know if it's a legitimate source, don't download it, because if you download this stuff, essentially what you're doing is you're using your internet, you're slowing your machine down, and you've given every password you've ever saved in Chrome, in the Apple client if you wanted to do that through Safari, or any other Explorer items that you have, to the criminals so they can use that to steal from you. Do not load stuff. All right.
Stop downloading stuff, period.
Yeah,
how about that?
Yeah, just if you're going to find something, pay for it so you know that it's legit. All right. Alessandra, I think you found something.
Oh, did I find something? Absolutely. Okay, so TikTok is introducing a new way for creators to earn money on its platform. The company announced that it's launching the TikTok Creative Challenge, a new monetization feature that allows creators to submit video ads to brand challenges and receive money based on video performance. TikTok Creative Challenge is currently in testing with select brands. To be eligible for the new feature, creators must be at least 18 years old and have a U.S.-based account with a minimum of 50,000 followers. Once enrolled in the TikTok Creative Challenge, creators will be able to browse through a list of challenges and view the reward pool, additional details, and requirements. Submissions should be high-quality, well-edited, original content, TikTok explains in a blog post. Once submitted and approved, creators can see the status of their submissions, view performance, and check monthly earnings. Rewards are influenced by many factors, including qualified video views, clicks, and conversions. Creators will receive notifications for their submissions if revisions are necessary, with the option to revise or appeal. Videos that creators submit will not be displayed on their profiles if their video is approved. It will run as an ad on the app's For You feed. TikTok says creators who are enrolled in the program will get access to resources, including a dedicated creator community group and mentor program to connect with other creators. TikTok's new offering follows the same sort of model by helping creators cut down on the amount of time and effort it takes to reach out to brands to try to get brand deals.
So TikTok is essentially getting volunteers to advertise for products that are using TikTok as a
yes.
To be honest, it's kind of genius.
That's
a
smart,
lot of
that's a smart.
Okay, it might be
idea.
smart, but is it going to lead to more of these things like these crazy ones that TikTok has gotten in trouble for in the past? And
well, depending, I think it's because they've set it up in a way that review, like there's going to be formal
Levi's
review
is
now
one of the
for all this
companies.
stuff.
Coca-Cola is one of the companies. These are big
well, yeah,
brands
they may
that are
be
advertising.
Big brands, but they're looking for people with these creative slices that are looking for clout, right?
Yeah.
Right, but it's saying that the videos aren't theirs when they are them.
That's
so
PI.
it has to be reviewed for it to be seen. it's kind of genius. Imagine instead of having to go out and interview and be, oh, why are you good for this position to make an ad? Like, you literally just have a bunch of really highly trained for this kind of media people doing this thing.
Yeah,
and
like have you ever watched a TikTok video where these guys build like a house out of mud?
I don't
have
pay
you ever seen
attention.
those?
No, I don't
Okay,
watch
so now
TikTok
if he's got a
videos.
Coca-
there's a
Coca-Cola.
competitive aspect to it too.
Yeah, you
People are
got
gonna go crazy
Coca-Cola on
for
the
this.
sideline every single time he takes a break to build
Why
that
are you
hut.
trying to sell me on this?
He's gonna. Oh, this is genius.
This is free
By the way,
advertising.
you know what? If
Yeah,
Facebook would have came up with this,
it's-
they could probably still be in business. But
No,
no.
literally.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, we'll see.
I personally think this is kind of great. I mean, it is a change.
You don't
but
like it?
Stuff is constantly changing, but
know,
I
I'm-
think this is a positive step
I'm on a
towards
negative
direction.
bent today. I have disagreed with everything today. So yes, I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay.
Well,
I'm concerned about a lot of these stunts that these people play on these formats.
like to
anyway.
the limits they'll go to create
Yeah.
stuff.
What's the
okay.
what are these creative types going to do in order to get into this position?
I do think.
Have you ever
things
seen that
could
guy
be
jump into
escalated.
like a can and he jumps into like wine and he jumps into a beer bottle?
No, because I don't
Okay,
watch
you have
TikTok.
Now you
videos.
jump
an
into,
extreme
like-
thing of ads though.
What's
Like,
that?
have you seen Scrub Daddy's
Yeah.
TikTok? They just throw the sponge into the tub and they say a bunch of like funny things.
Yeah.
Personally,
and boom, they're booming.
I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what kind of humor comes from this.
Yeah.
I think this is a
because
good
this
idea.
is going to go back to the Vine.
There we
limit
go.
of, like,
Exactly. Like
the
it gives
Vine
a
days.
bigger scope of what can become popular.
I like it. I
I
actually
don't know. Maybe if I was a creator, maybe I wouldn't want to do this. I don't know.
Well,
Okay,
I
But
mean,
I
you'd
guess
have to
that-
have 50,000 followers first. to
I
even
know what you would
qualify.
like
I
to
only
do.
have
You want to
30.
do your story next, Mike. What do we have on your story next? This is what
Oh,
you really
just
want
want
to do.
you just want to get there.
Yeah.
No, Mike, tell us what you have.
what do you got?
Do you guys like cage fights?
Oh yeah, sure.
What do we got
Love
going
'em.
on?
UFC? You're into UFC, maybe?
I've seen. I've
How about
watched
some of
UFC.
these? How about some of these YouTube creators
It
that are
depends
getting
on
in
who's
the ring?
fighting.
Yeah, I've seen.
Depends on
Okay,
who's
I've seen.
fighting.
I've seen
Who's
some
fighting?
YouTube.
How would you like to see a billionaire cage fight?
That'd be
I
okay.
would watch
Between-
that.
Yeah.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
and Mark Zuckerberg.
100%.
Oh, wow. Elon's gonna kill him. Mark Zuckerberg's a twig. Have you seen that? I mean, they even have to make his virtual profile bigger than what he
I just
really
want to
is.
know what.
Yeah,
they're
I know.
gonna
I
do
saw.
to
I saw a little
it.
ad where
Except
somebody
for
found Mark Zuckerberg's avatar and
Yeah.
and beat it up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what do we got going on here?
In if things can't get any weirder,
Yeah.
Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg have agreed to fight each other in a cage match.
Okay.
I don't know if this is actually real or just some sort of publicity stunt.
You never know with Musk.
You
But
never
Mr.
know.
Musk posted a message on his Twitter where he was up. He said he's up for a cage fight with Mark.
Okay.
Mark,
Yeah.
Mr. Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
the boss of Facebook and Instagram, then posted a screenshot of why am I saying Mr. Musk?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tweet with the caption, "Send me the location."
Okay. So he went back and actually used what he's doing. He's actually using Musk's platform. If you sent a tweet, so he didn't use his own thing. So Musk, is
I'm
getting,
sure you know.
Musk is knowing what he's doing. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
keep
well,
going.
you know, if you're getting Facebook's user to use the Twitter,
Yeah.
maybe that's all it is about.
Okay.
So, Vegas Octagon was his response. It was Elon's response.
Okay. Okay.
The Octagon is the competition mat in fenced-in area used for UFC, Ultimate Fighting Champion bouts, and the UFC is based in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I've driven by their headquarters a couple times.
So Elon, who turns 52 later this month, man, I'm older than Elon.
I know. That's okay. All right.
I have this great move that I call the walrus, where I just lie on top of my opponent and do nothing.
Isn't that what every 52-year-old person would do?
What's that?
Isn't that? I mean, we're kind of a little older. We're just going to get on top of the person and we'll
I
put
think
him in a
you
sleep.
should probably not talk at
Okay.
all right
Here we
now.
go. All right. Keep on going.
He later tweeted short videos of walruses, perhaps suggesting his challenge to Mark Zuckerberg not be totally legit.
You know? Do you think it's legit?
I think this is a publicity thing. If they actually were to do something like this,
Would you
I
pay
think
to watch
Someone
it?
could get
I would
seriously
know.
hurt.
You would
no.
not pay
I
to
think
watch
this
it.
is. I think this is just crazy. And if this is what billionaires are doing, I think we have better things to do.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, now we go to story number 4. Mark, you got a story for us?
You gave me a story,
Okay.
and you probably gave it to me because it's 4 shocking health benefits of whiskey.
Oh, wow. What are those? That's fantastic.
So
Before
on
I-
brand for you, Mark.
Yes, but before I start, I will say for those Winnie the Pooh fans, I'm going to be a little Eeyore-ish on this.
Oh, why is that?
I don't agree with most of it.
He's going to
What?
refute
I think
your
this is like
article.
almost fake news.
Oh, fake news. No, it came off
All right,
of it came off of a reputable whiskey site.
What reputable?
Based on
Why can't I-
TikTok?
No, it was like Flavor or something like that. Okay.
yeah. All right. Well, the first one they said is, although whiskey may not make you lose 20 or 30 pounds, it helps avoid weight gain. And their reason for that is whiskey is a low-calorie, low-sugar choice compared to other liquors. Number one,
Okay.
it's a comparison. But number two, I don't think they realize that even though its initial content has no sugar, alcohol, when it goes through your body and metabolizes, it turns into sugar. And alcohol is pure sugar. This is false.
Okay.
You drink a lot of this, you will get fat.
Okay.
Well, it also messes up your liver if you drink too much.
It does that.
Correct.
And your
Okay.
brain.
Okay, all right.
It says it keeps you smart, and it's based on a 2003 study that said that
while
it
you're
keeps
drinking.
off of forms of dementia. Now, this
Yeah.
study, I believe, has been disproven since.
Oh, okay.
And
That was with wine.
And it does not keep off developing. It has nothing to do with the developing. It masks some of the symptoms. And actually, when you do have dementia, Alzheimer's, it actually speeds up the process.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let's
thought that
move
was.
on to your
I thought that was wine. They did that.
No, it was actually a study that they did there too.
Was it whiskey too?
Yeah, they have verifiable facts. Okay.
Verifiable.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Number 3 says it improves memory.
Fantastic. So hang
Yeah.
on here. So it makes you smart. It avoids weight gain.
It's-
and
I think
improves
this is
your
something.
memory.
Is this something that you
Why
wanted
are we
to
even
do?
eating food anymore?
No, that's okay. Well, tell us about this one. Okay.
Well,
it
he's
says
so
because
smart.
of
He
the-
must be drinking a lot.
That's right.
It says it improves blood flow to the brain, sending fresh oxygens and nutrients to the old noggin.
Okay.
Yes, it does that, but it also does other negative
Does it
things
do
to your
other-
brain.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Very bad.
It reduces your critical thinking.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
And the last one is lower stress. And
Oh,
they say
good.
that's one of the main reasons people turn to whiskey after a rough day. And I'm
During
saying,
or after?
if you're turning to
That's
whiskey
'cause
or
it's a
drinking for a
depressant.
rough day,
Yeah.
there's a problem.
Is that considered an
You,
alcoholic?
you should do it for enjoyment, for
Okay.
pleasure. If you're doing it as a crutch, then there's an issue, and you should take some time off
We
drinking.
promote healthy coping mechanisms.
Okay, well,
on
there you
this
go.
show.
Thank you for
Yeah,
giving that
a
to me,
lot of-
Nathan. I really appreciate it.
That's
Well,
awesome.
that ends our segment. What we
Do
found
you
on
feel
the
good
web.
about yourself?
Up next, we have This Week in Technology. So now would be a good time to enjoy a little whiskey on the side, but it's not going to help, I guess, your stress, your memory, your smarts,
Yeah,
or your weight gain.
Please do not use alcohol like this. This
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You're listening to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm. See you in a few minutes.
This is Mark
And Greg,
for Copiers Northwest
with a terrific offer.
called Printer Care Plus.
It's simple. Buy HP printer cartridges from Copiers Northwest and we'll service your current printers for free.
That sounds too good to be true.
It's made possible due to our HP Copiers Northwest relationship.
Copiers Northwest is an HP Platinum partner.
One of only 2 in the entire Northwest.
And now with Printer Care Plus,
Copiers Northwest will provide free printer service.
as long as they purchase genuine HP cartridges from Copiers Northwest.
That's right. IT departments no longer have to service printers.
Or fix paper jams with Printer Care Plus.
They can focus on more strategic initiatives.
And let our experienced technicians keep their HP printers up and running.
Sounds like a love-love relationship for IT departments.
Don't get too carried away. So how do they get more details on Printer Care Plus?
Call Copiers Northwest today, 206-282-1200, or visit copiersnw.com.
Copiers Northwest. New ideas, new solutions.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, Mike, we're going back to June 28th, 2005. Apple takes podcasts mainstreaming. Now, we have a podcast that people listen to all the time, so we're excited that they can listen to that anytime on Apple and many other of the platforms that are available. Apple, though, released iTunes 4.9, the first version of iTunes to incorporate podcast subscriptions and listening. Podcasting was a growing phenomenon, and Apple realized that it could both help build the medium and also become the de facto podcast standard by linking its incredible popular power in its iTunes and iPod platforms. On this date, there were 3,000 podcasts available in the iTunes directory. Apple move paid off, And as of 2001, there were over 2 million podcasts listed in the Apple Podcast Directory. Apple's podcast platform is still considered the standard on which podcasters should publish their shows. Now, what's interesting is there was an up-and-coming podcast directory named Odie at the time.
I think that's Odeo, not Odie.
Oh, no, it was actually pronounced Odie, though.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Absolutely. Yep. Given Apple's move, Odie suddenly became irreverent. However, the people behind the company shifted focus and soon created a new service called
were you irreverent
TW.
about that?
I don't think you're.
Here we go. TWTTR, soon to be renamed to Twitter. Isn't it interesting the way technology history weaves itself? That was This Week in Technology. Have you ever wanted to watch some Tech Time history with over 2 years of video, podcasts, and blog information? You can visit TechTimeRadio.com to watch our older shows and join the Tech Timers Facebook group to talk about this all the time with us. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we have the Mark Mumble Whiskey Review. I'm looking forward to that. And our Technology Fail of the Week. See you after the break.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and my life's work is connecting people with coffee. Story Coffee is a small batch specialty coffee company that uses technology to connect people to each product resource, which allows farmers to unlock their economic freedom. Try our Medium Roast Founder Series coffee, which is an exotic bourbon variety that is smooth, fresh, and elegant at storycoffee.com. That's STORI coffee.com. Today you can get your first bag free when you subscribe at storycoffee.com with code TechTime. That's STORI coffee.com.
The segment we've been waiting all week for. Mark's Whiskey Mumble.
All right. What do we got for us?
What day is it today, Mark?
What day is today? You don't know?
June 27th.
I never know.
We're actually celebrating this at my apartment building.
Oh, what's that?
Today is National
Hate
Bingo
Your Neighbors
Competing Day.
Oh, Bingo
way.
Competing Day.
Yeah, NBC Day.
Okay. National Bingo Competition.
Boy, the NBC's all over today's show.
It is. Yeah, that's the second NBC reference.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, you don't need to do that.
So the game, which first came to the U.S. in the 1930s, started with paper cards sporting 24-number square arranged in 5 rows and 5 columns, plus the middle space, which was
Free.
There you go.
That's my favorite thing.
Well, it was your shortcut to riches.
That's right. Free. I like free.
Bingo's making a
You're
big
serious or you're
comeback.
taking too much into this right now?
So it's making a big comeback lately, and not just those with white hair.
Okay.
It's thanks to the bingo games on mobile devices.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's better than playing a little bingo.
All right. Yeah.
Little
There's
doppers,
nothing better than talking about bingo on
That's
today's
right.
show.
Well, you know what?
I'm glad you think so, too.
Mark, thanks for the number. Whiskey and technology are a great pairing.
Hey, you want to hear about? You want the mumble?
He's talking about- he didn't even mumble about the whiskey.
Keep on going.
Holy moly, that was just the hook because
Oh.
today we're doing the National Barrel Company NBC whiskey.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Dang.
You just be quiet
So
for
you
now.
said NBC twice.
I'll talk to Mike about the
Okay.
mumbles.
Why don't you ding it?
Sounds
Dung,
like
dung,
a
dung.
really well
All right,
done
Mike.
segment.
This bourbon is a small batch. I was specifically blended for the state of Washington. This was made for a batch for a wider release than a normal single barrel because they didn't want a limited audience. So this source is from NGP, as we talked about, and many have been quick to write it off as another generic source label. However, unlike many sourcers of NGP whiskey, NBC added their own twist. So for this bourbon, they bought the barrels early and aged them in their location in Nashville, Tennessee. So it gives it a little different flavor profile than a lot of other MGP bourbon.
Because it's in Tennessee.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm liking it. I'm already out.
So for me, this is a dilemma whether it's a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Of course it is.
So
Please tell us why.
Tell us
I
why.
will
really
tell you
wanna
why.
know.
I want to tell
Really,
Mike. Once
really
again,
wanna know.
Mike, excluding the price, this is a thumbs up all day long. It's bold, spicy flavors. I love it. I paid $60 plus tax. I would do
Okay.
that all day long. But a lot of stores sell this for $100 to $125 before tax.
Wow.
So with that price, I'd probably give it a thumbs down because
Yeah.
you can find another source label of MGP with roughly the same juice for half the cost. So do your research.
Okay.
Unlike that other segment you had me do.
Okay. All right. There you
Dang.
go. Mark, thanks for the number.
You're welcome.
Mumble. As always, whiskey and technology are a great pairing, just like Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal,
Oh,
professional
can-
basketball
no.
players
No.
Never
for the Los
ends.
Angeles Lakers. Right, Mike?
No.
What? They were like the two best basketball players in their day.
You're trying to pair things.
It's like a perfect pairing.
It blew up.
Wasn't that fantastic? Weren't you a big fan of the Lakers at the time, Mark?
I've always been a fan of the Lakers.
Did you like when Kobe and Shaq played?
When they played together, yes, but then the whole thing blew up.
There you go. Okay.
So is that worth it? I mean, we got 2 rings out of it.
2 rings out of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beat
All
the
right.
Celtics.
Let's get ready for our technology fail of the week, brought to you by Elite Executive Services.
We are out of time. Congratulations. You're a failure.
Oh. I failed, did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
All right, well, this week's technology fail comes to us from Android.
Oh,
yeah, it's your
more
phone
Android
here.
phones.
Police warning Android users over the 999 call feature. Police forces across the UK have warned that a new feature on some Android phones is plaguing the switchboards with the silent 999 calls. The emergency SOS feature calls when a side button is pressed repeatedly. Police chiefs said that they think it's part of the reason for the record number of 999 calls.
You want to tell us what 999 is?
999 is like the emergency
It's
like
911 in the UK.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So essentially, Google, which develops the widely used Android phone software, says it expects the manufacturers to issue updates to address the problem. Smartphones that run on Android operation systems, including Samsung Galaxy, the Pixel, and OnePlus handsets. The National Police Chief Council said, though, that the new update of the Android software added a new SOS emergency function for the devices to call 999 through the power button being pressed 5 times or more. Nationally, all emergency services are currently experiencing record high 999 call volumes. There's a few reasons for this, but one of them thinks the most significant impact is the update to the Android smartphones.
I've had a few people that I know have a couple problems with this. I mean, when you do it, even on my phone, I've accidentally done it, and you have like a few seconds to cancel it before it does anything, and that's stressful in itself. But I've had a few friends who've had like the police show up because they're just anxious or nervous, and they're just clicking things on their phone, and then all of a sudden it's some emergency.
You know what? You can't use your phone as a fidget machine, I guess, is what they're saying now. So if you hit the on and off button 5 times, you're going to have a good old officer in blue coming to your door saying, what the heck is going on?
Wait a minute.
What's that?
We're in America.
Yeah.
Is this going to work?
So there's a 911 feature.
911 feature?
There's a 911 feature, exactly like the UK.
So we have a whole bunch of people that might be listening around going, blam, 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 on their side buttons.
So that would be very
red flashing.
unadvised to do
Don't
that.
do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
But you know what
Unless
I found
you're
interesting in the
actually
story when I did the research of it?
No.
The America has not seen an increase. So only the people in the UK. So those people aren't smart enough to realize what's going on. Was the only thing I could get out of it. Because
is that really the only thing you can get out of it?
That's what I got out of it.
Okay.
Because clearly us in the United States figured out that we didn't have to hit the button 5 times.
Or maybe just we have.
Or do you
just
know
a
if they
lot of
have the
crime
option
going on,
like we
maybe?
do to say no to it? They
Yeah,
have
they have
like,
the exactly same option. It's programmed into the OS. There's nothing different.
Well,
So I'm just saying that the UK people are struggling with this.
I don't trust your
US people.
research. I don't
They're
think
doing okay with it.
think you need
Figured
to
it
just
out.
be-
Okay,
All right,
whatever,
we're-
dude.
We're going to head out for our last commercial break. When we return, we still have Mike's mesmerizing moment brought to us by Story Coffee and a Nathan Nugget of the week. So sit back, raise your glass. You're listening to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
How to See a Man About a Dog. It combines darkly comic short stories, powerful poems, and pulp fiction prose to create a heartbreaking and hilarious journey readers will not soon forget. Read How to See a Man About a Dog, collected writings, for free with Kindle Unlimited. Ebook available on Kindle, print copies available on Amazon The Bookpository, and more.
This is Mike's mesmerizing moment, presented by Story Coffee. Visit storycoffee.com. All right, here's my question for you, Mike. Why do we like watching celebrities? Like this cage fight idea. If this was happening, this would be huge. What is wrong with us that we want to see celebrities get in a cage and fight?
You know,
What's this? Yeah?
we as human beings live in a sort of weird hierarchical society.
Okay.
And celebrities are one of those ones that we place in a high regard for whatever reason.
Okay.
Okay, they're well known. We want to be like them. We like to watch them. There's a very voyeuristic thing that's going on inside our little brains. And so when you have these two billionaires that are talking about stepping into a cage fight, you automatically are going to get a lot of attention from the everyday person.
Okay.
And it's simply because it's different. They are well known, and everybody likes a good cage fight.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I just couldn't believe how this has huge traction. I mean, this is like a trending story.
They've already got the beef going outside of the physical realm. Online, it's already just this notorious battle between the two that everyone recognizes. So, I mean,
I get to just see Zuckerberg showing up with like a VR unit. He's like walks in with a VR unit. And
it's
an
escalation / continuation of something else people are already familiar and invested in, which is kind of key.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to this stuff, so you're on your own.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that mesmerizing moment.
Now
let's go to the Nathan Nugget of the Week.
You already gave us a Nathan Nugget.
This is your Nugget of the Week.
This is for you, Mike.
Oh.
You know what? Right now, you can purchase an e-bike. Essentially, it is built in with ChatGPT.
Why would...
So in the very center of this bike, it has ChatGPT for it. Now, you can purchase this e-bike with ChatGPT. Available right now for... Uartopia is their company. It shoves the chatbot into the bike for no good reason.
Why do I want a bike that has a chatbot
that comes on up to you? So like the Alexa device that you ask it questions, and it has ChatGPT software already built into it, so it'll respond to you.
So I can be driving down the road on my little hot bike and be like talking to ChatGPT about
exactly. That's
why it exists on a bike.
Yeah, it sits along the side with built-in navigation capabilities. You can put your apps like Apple Health and Strava and other apps into that and ask it questions as you're going down the street, and it would all be available for you.
Yeah.
Now, the cost of this bike is a little bit more expensive than your standard bike. So right now, the price point is about $3,000.
Really?
and they're doing a sign-up list for this right now.
Sign me up right now.
To get your ChatGPT bot available. Now,
I can't wait to have my bike talking to me.
Two questions asked on the site is, how do I get updates to the new versions of ChatGPT? And they didn't respond to that.
Of course not.
And the second one is, what if I say stuff to the ChatGPT bike as I'm going? Does it record that and keep it as a long-term memory that's built into it? Now, it has a portable micro SD card that comes in there that has the operating system. So I guess
do you remember
you
the
can take
old
that
GPS
off.
systems?
Yeah,
that came with a disc.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
Yeah, okay.
What are the odds that somebody could hack Mike's bike and do?
Oh, that'd be awesome. You should get that so I could hack it with my little flipper device.
Yeah.
And that way I could own your ChatGPT.
Yeah, because I'm really going to have this bike.
Yeah, Mike.
All right.
I really think it will fit in well with your lifestyle.
Yeah, that totally works for my lifestyle.
That's my mesmerizing moment. It's perfect.
That's your mesmerizing moment?
That's right. That's right.
How did where did you find this? This is not even this is...
Where can you find gadgets and gear at?
I was going to say that, Mike.
Where can you find this?
These are Nathan has not been doing Nathan Nuggets. He's been doing Nathan Nuttiness lately.
Nutty? What are you talking about?
These are just nutty little things.
I think the segment needs to you bring something to us, and the council decides whether it's a nut or
All right, you know what? Our next episode, I'll bring some stability to there. I won't be just talking about crazy.
Okay, you just want to tease me because I'm wholly
I know this is perfect.
GPT.
That was it. All right, let's now move on.
Can't wait
to wait so long for the next
pick of the day.
Now we get to something real.
And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubbles to the top.
All right, there we go. Mark?
Today, you have been drinking Nashville Barrel Company cast strength small batch bourbon specifically made for Washington. And a little shout out to Kai Lamb, who was able to procure this for my whiskey group for $60.
You have okay, hang on a second. You have a whiskey group?
Oh, I have a few, yes.
What's the whiskey group about?
Let's take a wild guess.
They're on Facebook.
It's like a book club.
Okay,
and it's one of them is like Bourbon Hunters or Bourbon Hounds, and the other one's like Whiskey Hunters, and then I'm on another one that we do other stuff on that is all pertaining to whiskey.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's like a book club
for whiskey connoisseurs.
For whiskey, yeah.
Or whiskey people. All right, well, we'll go to you, Mike, first. Do you like the Nashville Barrels Company straight bourbon whiskey? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Apparently not as good as you.
Oh, No,
I'll give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up too. I thought
Yeah, you already learned.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some
That's
more.
every show.
As soon as the show ends, this bottle is gonna be taken care of. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You took home that Irish stuff. And what else did you take home? You took home that other thing
I haven't
from Mark.
taken anything else home.
Okay, all right. You know what? We're gonna figure out a way for this.
So I had
to...
another bottle that I brought for you.
Oh, okay.
One time, yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, it was the one with the moon phases on it.
There you go.
All right, Mike. Well, we're about out of time. We want to thank our listeners for joining the program. We also want to thank all of our guests on today's show. Mark and Alessandra, thank you for being a part of the show.
Thank you.
We also want you to go and visit techtimeradio.com and click on Be a Caller and ask us your question on technology or our talkback recording system. You can also stay connected by signing up for our newsletter and staying up to date on technology. Mike, we're about out of time. We want to thank our listeners. Remember, the science of tomorrow starts with the technology of today.
Sure you got that right?
I sure did.
All right. Bye-bye.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us on TechTime Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the